After breakfast at the local bakery, we were off to say goodbye to Strawn.
All right, we're leaving Strawn. Had a great night here. The rooms were absolutely amazing, and yet that view of the harbour here, yeah, spectacular. And food was all right. Nothing to cry about, but yeah. And yeah, we're heading back to Devonport, unfortunately, and our Tatsuji trip is coming to an end. But it's been absolutely amazing. It's been a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm definitely going to join them again next time. So that me?
Andrea didn't know that we were going past the coastal road and missed the opportunity to fill up his bike. Lucky for him, though, we were kind enough to wait until he got back. The day started with some very nice scenery and brilliant blue skies again. Our first stop was in Zeehan, which was the turn-off to the rows to the Rees Dam. I then decided to take some close-ups of the group. Let's see how that went. Starting with Paul. Definitely room for improvement. Let's see how we're going with Andre. Maybe my messaging is not very clear. Adam gave me a wave earlier in the day. Let's see. Yay! The Italians love using their arms. Come on, Andrea. Good on you. Let's see if Leonard can do even better. Well, that's good enough for me. And now there was only Volker to go. Not sure if he quite understood my message. I think he thought I wanted to stop on the side of the road.
No, go on. No, go ahead. I just
Shortly after, we entered the first of a few fire-affected areas on the day.
totally different vegetation here again. I mean,
The landscape was changing quite often here between forestry areas and open spaces. Shortly before reaching Rees Dam, we got a glimpse of the ocean and one of the first wind farms I had seen. And here we are, arriving at Rees Dam. We had a quick stop for some photo opportunities, and then we were off again. The top boxes certainly make it harder to climb on the bike.
But nature will come back, it will grow again, as it always does. Look at the blue sky on the right there, and then the cloudy up on the left. Blue cloud.
The fires must have caused some chemical reaction here in this area because there was all this green sediment on the side of the road. It certainly was an interesting landscape we were riding through here. A little bit from another planet or what? And only a few minutes later, everything was lush and green again. I turned the camera off here, unfortunately, because a little bit later we came around a corner and saw an eagle who was feasting on some roadkill. You can see it flying away here still, but unfortunately I didn't have the full view of it. Volker and I were a little bit ahead of the rest, so we decided to give it a wait here.
Hast du den Adler gesehen? Das war super. Der hat sich an dem Roadkill hat er, gefiestet und dann. Ich habe die Kamera angemacht. Ich hoffe, ich habe noch was drauf bekommen.
It took off when he came right towards us.
Genau, ja, ja.
Good. Yeah, very good, very good. That body, that roadworks.
Oh yeah, that's always the same. Did you see the eagle?
The eagle.
Yeah, we had an eagle who was feasting on roadkill, and as we came, he took off and he flew right past us, basically. Magnificent.
As we were getting closer to Cradle Mountain, unfortunately the weather closed in a little bit on us. Not much of a view today though. And as the rain was just getting a little bit more annoying, we decided to stop here and put some of our wet weather gear on. And not only the wet weather gear, because with the rain, it suddenly got a lot cooler as well. Bit of a struggle here getting the Gore-Tex layer on top of the jacket. As it turned out though, it was only a 2-kilometer ride and we arrived at the lodge where we stayed for a nice cup of tea. Warmed up again, we left the lodge in the dry, and then we met all the others that did the circuit tour. Given it was still fairly early in the day, we decided to head towards Deloraine instead of going the direct way to Devonport. We found this little fella on the road, and Volker stopped to usher him to the side of the road in safety. At the turn-off towards Deloraine and Mole Creek, Volker caught up with us again and we let him ride up front. Some car drivers are aware and did let us pass. I took the lead from that stop and had a quick look at this particular lookout here, giving Volker a chance to catch up to me. And then I was off again, enjoying the winding Tasmanian roads. Given there was fuel here in Mole Creek, we decided not to go to Deloraine, but turn around and go the more scenic route over to Devonport. Volker took the lead initially, but handed it over to me later on.
Farmer Joe. It went down.
I have to admit I wasn't quite sure anymore what we were talking about there. From here we had a few more windy open country roads until we got to a petrol station which wasn't too far away from Devonport, and we all decided to fill up again. And this is where my battery died on me without me noticing, so I didn't get any more footage of us riding. But we had a great night on the boat before saying goodbye and looking forward to the next year's trip to the high country.